Good morning from Copenhagen, Denmark. What is it today? The 22nd of June, and it is still raining in Denmark. But temperature is okay. Let's go for breakfast. So this church here has been on my list for quite some time. It is the Grundtvigskirke, entirely made out of bricks. I thought it was concrete first from the pictures, but apparently it's brick, and I've always been fascinated by seeing it on pictures. And now I'm actually here. It is pretty far outside the center, but apparently the 24 or whatever 48-hour transport card also gets you around by bus, which I didn't know. I just metro, but really good public transport, much to my surprise. The metro of Copenhagen is actually 24/7 because it is fully automated, which I already knew, but I didn't know it actually runs 24/7, which is very, very convenient. Because yesterday even I had a date and I came back to my hotel around 3:30, so that's when the metro is just very, very useful. Anyway, this is just a very futuristic, I should say brutalist church. I'm absolutely in love with the design. It's just very appealing. I'm glad it's open. I was figuring it's closed, but there's just a big heavy door right there, and let's check this place out inside. So at this absolutely spectacular Afghan restaurant here in Copenhagen. Leave a comment if you want to know the place. Copenhagen is an interesting city because just like some other European countries, like the UK, Ireland does the same. They have these large cemeteries that are pretty much just city parks that are incredibly big, and you just walk through them. And it's essentially a forest where there is a lot of space between the graves, and you see a bit of the history of the city, where Copenhagen has been quite multinational for, I don't know, the past 150 years or the past 100 years, and you see a lot of graves here of foreign nationalities as well. I just saw some Asian ones, and it gives you a bit of a feeling of how the city has evolved over the years. I take an interest in looking at names and that sort of details. And then you have joggers, people just doing sports or whatever. It's a nice place to walk. Here I'm always sort of surprised by how bad the roads actually are, because it's not like they have a lot of snow or heat here, but the roads are still sort of crumbling apart in most places, which is a surprise because the tax rate is like what, 15% here or more? I don't know. But they are quite high, on the higher side of the world actually. And you just see that it could improve a lot. But they do have bike infrastructure. This is actually the bike lane right here, so nothing to say about that. So at the Flying Cows brewery here in Copenhagen, where they make their own beer obviously. I don't really have any plans, like I've been on a few dates here in Copenhagen already, because I basically, if it was not for the dates I would not come here, because it gives a bit of a flair. Like, I like tall blonde Danish guys. Shoot me, I don't care, I just do. Here we are. And yeah, I don't really have any other plans right now. I already had this Afghan food, which was fabulous, and now I just have the whole night and the whole day tomorrow to spend. No idea what to do. Guess I'll just go for a walk. Never had a banh mi sandwich of the Vietnamese cuisine before. Let's see if it is worth the hype. Isn't it just a gorgeous city? So I've had my breakfast, got some lunch or on the plane, some small stuff. Almost time to go to the airport. Unfortunately, I wish I could stay the whole summer. Anyway. One of my favorite places in the city of Copenhagen is Amager Strand, because I've never been outside of Copenhagen actually, but this shows me a little bit how it would be in the country and a little bit of the cozy countryside. And I was just driving on the metro to the airport and thought, oh, I don't have time to go to Amager Strand, it's late. And then I got to the airport and got a text message that my flight was late with an hour and a half. So here we are, got back to Amager Strand, got off, and now I have some nice time to soak in the sunshine. And it was actually quite cold throughout the weekend, a little bit windy, rainy, not too bad, but still. And suddenly the sun breaks through and it's hot, like absolutely hot. You know the moist weather we get in Central Europe or Western Europe? When the sun breaks through, it gets just absolutely scorchingly hot. Even with 20 degrees, just the humidity. So here we are, managing to get a bit of summer. So Amager Strand actually has a metro station, and from there you just walk straight to the beach, which has several islands even connected with this bridge. They have flags for the actual weather. Most of the year it's obviously way too cold to swim even right now, but to walk, to have this in the city is just fabulous. Imagine living in the city where you just, well, realistically you have just 1 week of summer a year where you actually want to swim. But once one of those days you take your bike to the beach, you put it here and just jump right in. Right in the middle of the city. It's quite incredible, isn't it? Beat Barcelona for sure. It's just a weather thing. Like Northern Europe would be an absolute hotspot if it wasn't for the insane prices of alcohol, which are pretty steep, and second for the weather. If countries like Denmark, Finland had good weather, it would be all round mass tourism, but it's not. We're celebrating summer here at Mamunica, Sofia, Bulgaria. 35 degrees outside, 9 o'clock in the evening. 1st of July.